Imagine doing everything right. You show up to court on time, ready to follow the law, and then before you even leave the building, ICE is waiting for you. This is not a movie scene. This is happening to real people right now, in April 2026. And if you think it cannot happen to you, you need to hear this. Or if this has happened to you or someone you know, comment yes or no right now. This may help others in the same situation know they are not alone. Here is the reality. In some cases, immigration enforcement already knows your court date. They already know who they are looking for. So when someone shows up to court, it becomes a point of contact, not always inside, sometimes before, sometimes after. And no, this is not random. In April 2026, the courthouse ambush is confirmed Department of Homeland or DHS strategy. Federal judges are fighting over it right now, and ICE agents are already in the hallway. Stay with me, because I am going to give you the one specific legal question that could be the difference between walking out free and disappearing into the system. This is borderline access. Strategy over panic. Let's get into the data. Now pay attention, because this is where it matters. This does not happen to everyone, but the risk is significantly higher if there is already a final removal order on your case, there have been missed hearings, or there is already active enforcement interest in your file. That does not, however, mean it will happen. But these are the exact situations where people get caught completely off guard. And here's the detail that almost nobody is talking about. You do not even have to be the target. If you accompany someone to their hearing as a family member, a friend, a witness, ICE can arrest you too, simply for being there. If you know someone with a court hearing coming up, share this video with them right now. It could change everything. Now here is where it gets explosive. Since May 2025, the government told federal judges that ICE courthouse arrests were fully authorized by a specific legal memo. On March 25th, 2026, the Department of Justice filed a letter admitting that memo never applied to immigration courts. Not once, not ever. They used it anyway for nearly a year to justify hundreds of arrests. The case that broke this scandal open is called African Communities Together versus Lyons, filed in the Southern District of New York. Dylan Contreras was one of those caught in this trap, 20 years old, Venezuelan, no criminal record, no removal order, pursuing a green card the right way. He showed up to a routine hearing in New York City. ICE was waiting in the lobby. He did not go home that night. He went to a detention facility hundreds of miles away. For nearly a year, the Department of Justice, DOJ, said, and these are their exact words, "We deeply regret this error." But here's the part that should stop you cold. The same day the DOJ admitted the error, DHS fired back with this: "We will continue to arrest illegal aliens at immigration courts following the immigrants' court hearings." Nothing prohibits arresting a lawbreaker where you find them. The legal justification was wrong. The arrests continue anyway. Now, you might think you are safe because your case is not criminal. Here is the 2026 civil trap that almost nobody is talking about. A lot of people hear this and think, I just will not go to court. That is a mistake. Missing court can make your situation worse, fast. A judge can issue a removal order in your absence. That immediately puts you in a higher risk category. The real problem is not showing up. It is showing up unprepared. So here is the intelligence that Borderline Access exists to give you. ICE agents at courthouses are using what is called an administrative warrant, specifically Form I-205. It is a warrant of removal/deportation to immediately detain and remove immigrants from courthouses, their homes, workplaces, public spaces. But the courthouse is where it becomes a trap, because you are required by law to be there. Here's what most people do not know. It is an administrative warrant, not signed by a judge. It is signed by an ICE official. It does not carry the same legal authority as a judicial warrant, signed by a U.S. District Court judge. It may look official. It may even sound official. In states with safe harbor protections, these are laws passed by some states, including California, Illinois, and New York, restricting ICE from making civil immigration arrests inside state courthouses. These states have essentially declared their courthouses as protected zones. An agent holding just an I-205 cannot legally compel you to leave a protected courthouse with them. The law is on your side. They are not going to tell you that. They are banking on your fear to make you voluntarily comply. So here is your play, that specific legal question. If you are approached inside a courthouse, do not run, do not argue, ask one question. Is that a judicial warrant signed by a judge or an administrative form? I-205. That single question tells the agent you know the difference. And knowing the difference changes everything. Stay inside, call your attorney immediately, and never walk into any federal building in 2026 without a red card in your hand. The red card is a Know Your Rights card produced by organizations like the American Civil Liberties Union, or ACLU, and the Immigrant Defense Project. It tells you exactly what to say and what not to say if approached by ICE. It is free. It is legal. And it could be the most important thing in your pocket. You can find the red card at their websites. This is not about fear. It is about knowing what is happening so you are not caught off guard. The courthouse was supposed to be the safest place in the system. In 2026, it became the ambush zone. The DOJ admitted the legal justification was wrong. The arrests continue anyway. And unless you know the difference between an administrative warrant and a judicial warrant, you are walking in blind. Preparation changes everything here. Subscribe to Borderline Access, because next we are tracking something that affects millions of green card holders across America right now. One mistake, one night, and your entire immigration future gone. That is next. You need to see it before it becomes relevant to you. This is the kind of intelligence most people only find out about when it is already too late. What is your biggest concern about immigration enforcement right now? Drop it in the comments. Your question could be our next analysis. Navigate the divide. This is Borderline Access. I will see you at the next border. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is for general educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Immigration law is complex and changes frequently. Nothing in this video should be relied upon as a substitute for professional legal advice tailored to your specific circumstances. If you are affected by any of the issues discussed, please consult a qualified immigration lawyer immediately. Information is accurate as of April 2026.